There we are. Hello, welcome. It's me. And old Claire here, which, I don't know if you know this, Clair Obscur is actually Francais for sort of light and dark, I suppose, is the easiest way to define what it means. It's nobody's name. Nobody called Claire exists in this game, at least not that I've found so far. And it's, of course, it's all to do with painting and artwork and photography, and the entire game is leaning into that meme as it goes. Anyway, listen, enough of the bants. We've got, we're playing it locally. It's not cloud. And we're playing it on my new 5070 Ti rig with mods. Actually, it's a good point. I haven't got the mod started yet. I don't know. I think I do. Hang on a minute. Let me check. Do you know mods are play? Yes, they are. They're working. That's good. So we can get back to that. But I don't have the audio playing at the moment. I've got to click into the game. But I thought I'd just set it up. So essentially, we're going to be playing with infinite health, one-shot kills, massive jumping, all sorts of stuff going on. And why not, I say? Because a lot of these games, they're not designed for cash gamers like me. And they're painful. They're painful to play. We don't want to do that, but we are going to play with a controller as well, even though we're on our Windows PC. Thank you, viewer, for joining. If there are any audio issues, please do let me know, because I'm not monitoring. I'm hearing myself at the moment, and we'll be hearing the game in a second. So you need to let me know. Just pop into the chat and go thumbs up or thumbs down, and we'll try and resolve it. Right, the minute I click in, we'll get some music. I do not know whether this music is likely to have me struck down, but at the moment I don't have monetization on this. So as you're watching, you won't be plagued with ads. I mean, I can't get fairer than that. Plagued with me, but not with the adverts. Right, let's do it. And there is young lady singing. I've got ducking on as well. This is a technical term for when I talk, she shuts up. When I shut up, she talks. Like that. Right, let's get the controller working. I am quite a way into the game. 8.5 hours, there we are. I really like it, but only with mods. I couldn't be bothered with it without them mods. It would keep my head in the corner for now. If you've never seen the game, it's a JRPG, but it's not traditional in the sense of anime graphics. It uses, I think it's based very loosely in a sort of an alternative France. We don't really know the full story. It's slowly being revealed as we go. You're looking at this and thinking, well, that's a weird thing going on there. And you're correct. This is the continent, I believe it's called. It's like a hub where you can get to all the various worlds. What we need to do... Oh, we got this thing now called Esqui. And we can mount him or her. Let's try it. There he is. I don't know how we mount. Oh, I think we're on him. Oh, yeah, I don't know how. You can't see us. But he can kind of take us to places, apparently. You don't stay in this weird distance view for very long. This is just when you're going between worlds, which we'll do. We'll dismount from Esqui. There he goes. We sort of appear from his rear, which is quite nice. Let's have a look at the map, because this tells us where we've got to go next. And it's all the way up there. Look at that, in this kind of snowy, cloudy area. That's us down there. So we have to go forwards and across. So we're going in the right direction. Thus, and this is where I think we need Esqui, probably to get us over this stuff. So let's... He's a new character to, there he is, to me. So, yeah, look at that. He smashes his way. He takes you to places that the characters can't go. So we don't need him now. We can dismount from him. Woo! There we are. And we can still switch. We are playing with 3 characters. Actually, we're playing with 4. I don't know where the 4th one's gone. Gustav, Luna, I think she's called Seal, and there's Moulet, I think her name is. And there she is in she's the one with the ginger hair there, like right in the middle. That's weird. So it'll only allow you 3 characters visible at any one time, which is fine. Here we are, Stone Wave Cliffs. Let's go.
I'm tired. Can we camp first?
What? Why? All right, wants us to camp first. Okay, we'll go to camp. Anyway, this is, so you have the hub, which you were just in, and that's where you can choose the different... Oh, we've got a cutscene. I am 8.5 hours in. I can't apologise for spoilers. They're going to happen. If that's an issue, close your eyes. I'll be doing a little bit of talking over the top anyway. But this character, Muel, whatever her name is, she has this recurring nightmare in various cutscenes. And as with all JRPGs, there is a revealing story. There's a strong narrative. And the cutscenes kind of help with that, as you can imagine. So we'll... I think it's finished. I think her nightmare's finished, so the cutscene will probably continue for a little bit. She is a fostered child, and I think the fostered bit has a lot to do with the narrative. I suspect...
See why you like throwing rocks.
The characters... This is me, I don't know this. I haven't bothered to really review it, but I'm guessing that the 2 characters she sees in her nightmare are potentially some part of her family, like a parent or a sibling or something. But either way, Gustav here, the fellow with the beard,
I feel like I never...
He's like a foster or mentor, like a guardian.
Everyone else just gets...
Male, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Never made sense, and I never fit, and now out here, when it was just starting to maybe feel...
The graphics are absolutely superb on this. Really pretty.
Yeah. I hate it too.
And having said that, so's the acting, the voice, the audio, the voice acting is really good. It's on point. The whole game is nicely put together. I don't know how big the game is. As I've said, I'm 8.5 hours in, so, and that's with mods. So you could probably whack another 3 or 4 hours on top of that, so maybe 12 hours of unfettered gameplay.
Stop it. Too cheesy? No. Well, if it makes you feel better, I was even more lost when I was 16.
I heard that was because you were only thinking about girls.
Chat should be working, by the way.
The girls
I don't think anybody's watching at the moment, but that's not unusual. If you are, say hello, because my thing is telling me there's nobody watching. I'm deliberately talking over the top because I don't want to give away too many spoilers.
Well, that's what the paperwork says.
And I want to find...
Well, the paperwork probably says we're dead.
Where I am. I'm going to look and see if I'm actually streaming.
Nice one.
I know.
Which I should be. If I go to my channel. There we go. Yeah, there we are.
You taught me great.
Good. Yeah, nobody's watching. It's not unusual.
Nah.
They will. Stick around, because when we get into the game, we're going to be bashing through monsters like you have never seen. Right, here we go. So we're back at camp. Just going to close that down. And as I said, the audio, and it's Cowboy! The Cowboy is here as you asked. Oh, bless you, my friend. How are you? As you popped in, and I had a lovely waft of roast chicken coming from behind. I don't think it was you. I think it's my dinner being cooked. But it was a nice, like audio and smells and stuff. And just nice, all mixed together. Right, here we are at the camp. I don't think we've gone... Yes. So we've got to get back to our compadres. I hope you're well, my friend. It's great to see you. This is Clair Obscur, and I don't know if you've had a little play with it yet. It's actually, it's a game you would like to play. I know this. But I should be getting this in the mail tomorrow. There you go. Well, I'm 8.5, maybe 12 hours in. The difference is I've been using mods for the last couple of hours. And so I've been banging through the bosses like you wouldn't believe. But it's a game up your street. I promise you, you will love this game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid any spoilers as we go, but it's a little bit difficult this far into the game.
Good night.
These aren't particularly important conversations anyway, where you're in the camp. And there's our friend. You can, these are our 5 now, I guess, if you include that weird dude at the right-hand side. These are our four playable characters. I have messed about with their costumes. You don't have to have them dressed as a French onion seller. In fact, she normally wears this kind of garb. But what the heck? I found an outfit and I thought you can wear it. There's a lot to it. I've got to be, yeah. I've got it on story mode anyway. Ant's asked, can it be put on an easy mode? Yeah. So I have it on. I'll show you the settings. So I have it on. Let's go to gameplay story mode anyway. And then on top of that, I have Wii mods giving us infinite health, one-shot kills, speeded up running because you want to get around. It's a big, massive map thing. You kind of want to get around. I'm also playing it locally. I've got a newish PC and with a 5070 Ti, and it runs like a dream. If I'm using mods, I mean, it is on GeForce Now, and it is a Game Pass game, so if you have an Xbox, you can play it there as well. But when I'm using mods, I download it locally. And here we can see all the juicy settings. Everything's on Epic, which is as high as it goes. It does have DLSS set up, but it's on DLAA, which essentially overrides DLSS anyway. Some of the benefits of DLSS, but essentially it's going for full resolution. DLSS typically cuts the resolution, so if you're on 4K, it gives you 1440, and it uses a bit of optimization, a bit of sharpness and stuff to look like it's a higher res sat away from the screen. DLAA is full res. So if you got a card, it does it. Graphics Gear, good evening to you, my friend. Morning where you are, absolutely. It's late afternoon. It's 10 to 5 p.m. where I am. So let's have a quick look and see. Yep, we've got some skills we can learn. Each of the characters has a skills tree. They all have individual unique skills that you use only in combat, and there's a lot of combat. You can see their skill points available at the top. So our beret-wearing character, she has three points. We've got nothing in the tree at the moment that we can unlock with 3 points. Mail has 3, and similarly nothing that she can unlock with 3 points. Gustav has 3, same, nothing to unlock. And Luna has 1, and there's nothing for her to unlock. So there are new skills, but we can't unlock them yet. Right, so let's get them rested, and then we'll get on with the game, and we'll play some one-hit, one-kill bosses. Go to sleep. Off they go. So you come here really to upgrade weapons and stuff. I didn't show you that. I could have shown you that. Another little cutscene. Mael has these nightmares every time they go to the camp. If you've played Baldur's Gate, you know where they very often have these kind of dreams when they lie down and go to sleep, and it progresses the story, the narrative of the story, and that's exactly what's happening here. We don't know yet who these two characters are, and apart from the fact that I think this guy looks like a very tall Peter Dinklage, you know, the little fella from Game of Thrones and the ghost in Destiny 1. If you look at his face, I think he looks a bit like Dinklage. It doesn't sound like him, though, so I don't think it is him.
Those who can't see.
I'm ducking the audio so that I'm not giving away any spoilers. Okay, Rock, I'm going to pop out so that everything is a complete surprise. Do that, my friend. Or turn off the audio and just leave me on your phone. That'd be great. But it is great talking to you as well, my friend. You're going to really enjoy this game, man. I know the kind of games you like. You'll love this. You'll be really into this. And it's really well done. Look at these graphics, man. Have a good one, my friends. Lovely to see you. Have a great week.
A singular weed.
Yeah, I don't know if the music's going to get me struck. At the moment, it's not monetized anyway, so I'm not particularly worried.
That eternal law. those who can't see, those who know not.
Yeah, take care. And yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. I think I'll see you streaming this one, and I think you should, because I think this would be a great game for you to stream. If only the first 2 hours trying to work out what the heck is going on, which will be good. And I'll watch that as well. I'll enjoy that. See you later, bro. Love to La Famille as well in Flow Rider. Right, here we go. We're back in the hub, so we need to try and get ourselves into here. Yep, there we go. We're in. So we just needed to go to the camp. And I'm going to switch characters to this one, because when she runs, she glides. And I find it a nice, smooth experience. So let's have a little look around, see what's going on. We have bits of buildings floating about the place. Including, looks like a Ferris wheel over there. Oh, and a coastal scene. The graphics are really good. They're kind of remind me of Hogwarts Legacy in terms of quality. Right, we've got a little bit of a cutscene.
Wanna go for a ride? Apparently that was where people went on dates, you know?
Not giving too much away. The game is based on the premise that people only live to be 33. At the age of 33, they have to get
giant wheel.
they have to get killed by the paintress.
Okay.
It's a bit like Logan's Run, which was a great film and TV series that I watched in the 70s.
I can feel it.
Come on, you.
No reason why. They haven't told us yet. That hasn't. I'm sure it's going to come, but it hasn't been revealed.
Much effort.
These giant creatures. Look at this dude. Wow. That's gotta hurt.
So, wait. SK is that powerful?
Apparently so. But also lazy.
All right, let's go.
What a weird creature.
Pumping this out at 1440, 60 frames per second, which is causing no problems at all. I could go the full 4K, but then I'd have to switch monitors, and you're not going to see a great benefit, so why bother? Look at that, buttery smooth. So yeah, push down with the left thumbstick to switch the characters in and out. Well, what you'll see, interestingly, is you'll never see more than 3 characters at any one time, yet there are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, 3. So that's clearly a limit of their system, the engine, which is fine. You don't notice it because your character's always pushing forward with them behind you. If we spin round, there they are. So, let's see. We've got a little fight coming up here somewhere. Oh, let's pick this up.
An advantage.
So there are these weird chroma things which you basically use to level up. So we have attributes. I don't think any of our characters have any that we can ascribe. Standard stuff, you know how it works. And then you can learn these skills, which we've already seen. But when we get to we'll get to a battle very, very soon. There's combat all the time in this game, right? That dude there, we'll have to fight him. It's difficult to show you the full workings of the combat, given that I've put everybody on one-shot kills. But I'll do my best to explain it. Right, let's sneak up. You should always try and sneak up on an enemy to get the first strike in, which we just did. And the reason why you want to do that is if you sneak up and they see you first, they get first strike. And the more powerful they are, that can do you significant damage. Bearing in mind, we've got 3 characters that we can spin through. Each of them has a free aim weapon, which is it's like a gun. And then they have skills and items and their own attack. So if I use the free thing, it will be dead, and I won't be able to explain this. So let's firstly quickly look at the items. Items in this game, is it Angry Birds? They do get angry. It's got to be said. I know what you're saying, though. That little bit where he flew through the sky did have an Angry Birds feel to it, didn't it? If we go to items, the items are essentially ways to either heal yourself or revive your enemies, which, as you progress through the game, you're going to use a lot. I'll go back off that one. Then you have your skills. Now you have 6 skills. Each you can cycle through these with the left trigger and the right trigger. These will change, and as the game progresses, you unlock additional pictos, they're called, and they will give you a new skill that you can use in combat, and it's up to you to choose. Some of them are going to help you with your health. Most of them will have some kind of combat advantage, and then they have high, medium and low settings. So you really kind of want to look at it and think, how do you want to build? Each of these characters can be built in a certain way. You can have them elemental, you can have them based on power. It's entirely, you can have one character that's all about the healing. That's entirely up to you, and you'll develop as you go. But you can switch between. I only found out earlier that you could switch. I've been looking in combat. I've been looking at the 3 big ones here, and I hadn't even bothered to look across to the right. I realised that I can switch those in. So there you go, a little bit of a tip for you. And then on the very right-hand side, it gives you a little bit of an explanation as to what the various things can do if you want to use one. So when you hit the X, the A, the B, the Y, depending if you're using an Xbox controller or square, triangle, circle, X, you can choose one of those. And then we have our attack. This is your main weapon, basically. And once I attack this guy, now he is dead. So we may as well do it. The other 2 characters equally have skills and their own weapon and all the other stuff, but they will have different ones. And depending on your progress in the game and what you find and what you win and what you buy, will depend on what they have as their skill tree. So let's do it. And that's him dead. Oh, he's still there. Look at this. He absorbed 10,000 XP. That's all good. We'll get him down. We'll do a one-shot kill. Here we go. Oh, you got to love those mods. So he would have taken a heck of a lot of beating to get down without the mods. And this is the victory screen, which clearly shows that we took him down. It shows that down the bottom there, the highest damage was 9,999, and to get him down in entirety took just under 20,000 in damage. Took us 3 minutes 25, and 3 minutes of that was us yapping about me yapping about the skills. And then you get a quick look at the progress of your 3 characters over on the right hand side. We're all level 16. It shows us as well what our pictos, I think they're the pictos actually. Any road up, it's all kind of complex, and it does take a while to get your head into. But what do we win? Our battle loot. Well, we got 1,264 of the in-game currency. We picked up a new skill, which is called Confident. It's a level 7, and if we want to apply this to a character, they will take 50% less damage, but they can't be healed, which is interesting. And then some other stuff that you use to upgrade your character: Polished Chroma Catalyst ×1, and a recode, which allows you to reassign a skill to another character and stuff. Right, it's come out of there. That one done. We've got ourselves a little progress save as well. So a couple of things worth bearing in mind with this game. There's no map. The only time you can use a map is when you're in that hub, the continent, which we were in before here with the little tiny characters. That's the only time you can use a map. You do have a compass, which you can press up on the triangle or the Y button on your controller, and you see there you have for a very short period of time you have a compass. It's of no value because nobody tells you to go north or south. Another mechanic coming up here. You can cross ravines and stuff like that, but they are quite rare, those little X's. You do want to follow them. If you see one, make sure you follow them, because there will always be something to collect when you get to the other side. Oh, there's something else we need to kill. There's a couple of dudes with long shafty pikes. But before we get them, let's run over here, unless they get to us first. This is a journal. We'll pick that up.
Lizette, 56.
Again, we'll skip that for spoilers. There are 80 something of those. I've only found about 4, and I'm like 13, 14 hours into the game. So if you're a completionist, you're going to want to go around and find those. They're hidden away. Right, this dude wants a fight. I think I got in with first strike. Yes, I did. So we'll take them down in one shot. Before we do that, no, we won't. Do we skip a turn? Let's skip a turn and go to the next character. So you'll see it's predominantly the same thing going on here. The blue bar I didn't explain to you at the very top, which has a number 4. That, I think, triggers your skills. So if we go into skills, you'll see, oh no, they are there. Okay. On that basis, I have no idea what that means. We can do a skill here, though. We'll take them out. There's 2 of them. We'll do an immolation on this one, which, as it says, deals low single target fire damage, 3 burns, 1 hit, applies 2 more burns if the target is marked, and consumes whatever that is for increased damage. So we'll apply that to this one. That's that one disappeared, and then we've gone to the next character, the little ginger-haired one, and we'll do a one-shot with this one. Taking them out, thanks to the mods. You don't have to play with mods, and if you put it on anything other than story... In fact, playing it with story was still really hard in the later levels. That's why I said, below this, I'm going to mods. And again, you're going to see 10,000, 20,000 at the bottom, because that's the kind of level we're playing at, and we picked up a new skill, Energizing Pain. No longer gain AP on parry. Nobody can parry anyway, it's next to impossible. Another one over there. The combat's pretty much like that. It's a turn-based, it's a JRPG. It's all turn-based combat. Think fantasy thingy-bob. Got in there first. We'll just do a shot on that one, and a shot on that one. Take them out, and picking up the loot. Now, if you're all about the combat, you obviously are not going to want to be playing with mods, or if you are, you're not going to use the one-shot kills and all that stuff. But I'm an explorer. Everybody that watches me knows that. I much prefer to run around and find out stuff. By the way, these are another mod. They don't normally jump this high. In fact, she just about get up on that platform, but I've given her 4 times jump. It's interesting, actually, because what I discovered was that areas that you couldn't possibly get to are actually, well, this isn't, but most of them are, you can get to areas that you shouldn't get to, and you don't get stuck, which is quite unusual with mods. Scourge of the mod is to jump somewhere and completely break the game. Right, okay, we've got 4 of them. We'll do another shoot to kill. Boom. 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 There they go. Okay, we can be used. Right, we pick up that.
Interesting.
Those beautiful graphics. Whatever that was. Oh, it was a new Pictos, so first strike, 41 speed and 10% critical. We need to get to there. There's a little X jumping thing, so I'll just do a massive jump. There's no fall damage that I've discovered anyway. And across we go. There's a character, a little lost boy. We're swiping through. It is a very odd game, but fundamentally it's your standard JRPG with westernized graphics in a French alternative universe. He stays silent now, I think, every time I speak to him, or to ship. Yeah. Right, let's get some speed on. Here is a set point. Once you unlock these, you can fast travel between them. We've got some attributes to upgrade. He's got 3. She hasn't. So let's have butchers at these. We'll whack up luck. See, I don't really need health with 100% health, infinite health, and agility. We'll go the same with luck and agility. So you don't need defense and you don't need health if you're playing with mods, depending on your choice of mods, of course. And we are going with same with her. She's got 3, so we're going to be the 2 agility, speed, which is quite interesting. I don't know if this is in the translation, but it literally says, in terms of the definition of what each of these attributes are, agility, it says speed, and then underneath, make the character play more often, which that's not the definition of speed, is it? Which is quite interesting, because your characters don't take it in turns to play, if you see my point. Anyway, that's what it is. So we are going to give her a couple more agilities and a couple more lucks. Luck is essentially, well, as it says, critical rate. So we're boosting the chances of us getting a high crit, and with a high crit there's usually a triggered skill as well, so they're all good. And we have some skills we can unlock. 4 points, nothing to unlock. She's got 4 and she has now got some more stuff to unlock. Let's have a look. Aiguide protects allies by taking damage in their place for 2 turns. We don't want that, do we? Mezzo Forte reapplies the current stance and gives 2 to 4 AP. Or Rain of Fire, which deals medium, single target fire damage. 2 hits, yeah, we'll have that one. Now, she's probably got a full set here. We can see there are 6 already in place. And so once you get to the point where they've each got 6, any additional skill is like, do I really want to replace these? So you kind of have to have a look. And the way to start is deals low single. So medium, low and low. So we got a couple of lows. I think Rain of Fire was a medium, so we could look to replace any of the lows. We'll get rid of that one. There we go. That immediately releases the skill so that any of your other characters could have that skill if you want them to. Only one character can have that specific skill at any one time. So, you know, if you're building a tank or a mage or whatever in those kinds of attribute ways, then you might want to release a skill and bring it across. But that's all good. I'm not worrying about you. She's got all of hers. She could. Weird looking progress bar. Marking card deals medium single target dark damage. Alright, whatever. Leaves her with a useless 1 point. And we'll rest, which just gives us back full health. In our case, we had a tiny amount of health. Right, the ship's down there, and then there's a creature there we could have a little fight with. Let's have a look at the ship first. Can I jump on here? No, looks like it's not intended.
The Paintress destroyed our world, and someone built her a shrine.
To let us in.
The weak-minded turn to whatever they can to explain the unknown.
When you're at the mercy of a power you don't...
Oh, he's come down here anyway. Oh, look at that dude. I don't think we got a first strike on him. So now we get to use our defense. No, he got us. That was a rubbish jump. So even though we got infinite health, I think this character gave us some stuff back. Victoire! There he goes. Whoever that was. Never to be seen again. Right, before we carry on, I want to just go back. Whoops. With her. We're just going to go back and see if that other bar-shaped creature picked this up.
What have we here?
That's an energy tint shard. Yeah, there he is. And we'll sneak up and go, woohoo! No, he saw us first. So, no first strike. Let's see if this time we can get out of the way. Yeah, we did.
I'm ready.
Oh, another one. Dodged. And stunned. I couldn't escape that. Little blighter. Right, you're both going down for that. 1, 2. Thanks to mods. Awesome stuff. Awesome. I just want to make sure. Excuse me 1 second. I'll make sure this is working. Yeah, that's good. Okay, back to the game. Righto. Oh, they're getting very close. Oh, Luna has made it to level 18. Gustav's almost there, as is Mael. I'm going to click in and choose my controller. There we go. Using the old PS4 controller. Got my PC to work with it.
Nice.
I know, I thought it was. Right, we grabbed that. What's this little bit of an old house? Any secrets here? Let's have a look. Using our mighty modded jump. No, nothing there. Right, on we go. I think we came from this direction. I don't remember seeing that though. Yeah, we X'd across. Okay. Right, back down this way then, towards the other side of the ship. Le boot. Look at the seagulls over there. I can hear them. They dirtied my car. In real world, IRL. Little scum. Ooh, we have another journal piece. Number 50.
Of the 50th.
Each of those numbers corresponds with an expeditionary team. Which will make more sense when you play the game. And some
That will
chroma.
help.
Look out there. That, number 33, is where we're supposed to be headed at some point. That's the end result. Nerds World! How are you, my friend? I am very good. In fine kilter. I hope you are too. Thank you for joining me. It's great to see you. Right, let's jump back. There we go. We are playing Clair Obscur 33, which is actually pretty good. If you haven't played it, it's certainly worth playing. I happen to be cheating. I'm playing here with full-on mods. Just because even on story mode, it's pretty challenging. If you like a challenge, it's all good. Right, I'm going to sneak up on this dude, and then we're going to take him out. In case you're wondering, there is no character called Clair Obscur. That literally translates. It's a kind of an art movement, or photographic movement, isn't it? I don't care getting hit. It translates really as light and shade, or light and dark. I wasn't concentrating. I should have dodged. This one's quite nasty. Anyway, if they've finished, we can now take them all out one by one. 1, 2, and 3. The beauty of mods. That's why we don't mind. We're on 100% infinite health, so another one here. Sometimes you can take them out from a distance. No. They get first strike. Whoa. Oh. We successfully...
Let the ink flow.
Let the ink flow. It's all about artwork and stuff. Let's use an attack on these. Boom. That's that one. And what about a skill? We got any skills? Yes, we do. We have overcharge.
This was weak.
There he goes. They're all dead. I've explained earlier in the vid all about how the combat works. So if you've joined now, great to see you. But wind it back a bit and we'll go through all of those various what the heck was that all about moments. To the best of my knowledge, which is not infinite, it has to be said. I think we came this way. So let's just make sure we haven't missed anything. It is a little mysterious, the game. It doesn't really... You have to kind of... You sort of stumble over things because there is no map. You can't go and leave a little checkpoint for yourself or anything. Aha! There's a new place. But it's not too difficult to... I mean, the little maps within the big map are not super huge, so even if you just wander aimlessly, you'll typically find what you're looking for. I don't think we need to... Oh, we do have some attributes. What have we got? Oh yeah, we get 3 for every successful combat, which is all of them. So as always, because we're using mods, we're going to go with luck and agility. Just 1 for that one. Pretty useless build if you're not using mods. But because we're using infinite health, we don't need vitality in defense. We don't need attack power because it's 1 shot, 1 kill. So we're just going to concentrate on speed and luck. She does have some as well, so that's good. I think they've all... Oh no, she's still got some here. 1, 2, 1. Yep, all done. There is a skill to be learned. Someone has always got 5 points. She's only got 1, she's got 2. Right, good. Okay, we'll come out of there.
Looks like a farm.
Nope, got a dude to kill. Before we do that, let's pick this up. Have a little look around. Mega jump, thanks to the mods. So we've got dude down there. We've got a dude down there. Anything else? We'll take this little fella down here, this glowing orange ball. He's interesting. They're interesting because they don't let you fight them until they've gone back to their base. And so you have to follow them for quite a while, depending where they are. So we'll take these out first, because he might take us away from this area. And a surprise first strike, hopefully. We've got 3 to kill in 3 bullets. I mean, typically, if you were playing this on even story mode without the mods, it's quite a bit of effort. And you'd almost certainly lose at least 1 character in the battle. But we're not going to play that way. We're taking them all out. Just like that. And the reason I do this is because I'm not... I mean, of course I can combat and so on, but I don't enjoy it. I find it really tedious. And with these kinds of games, I like to explore and discover stuff. Now, where's that orange dude? Before we go in and find orange dude, do you see that thing there? I'm sure you do. That's to be shot. Now, that belongs to what's called a paint cage. I'm trying to find it so that I can show you. And there are those, is that it there? No, So there are 3 locks that you have to shoot to release the loot from the paint cage. Oh, there's that dude. We'll come back to him in a second. Well, there's a thing that we'll have. Thank you.
An advantage.
We can shoot them anyway. You don't have to find the paint cage straight off the bat. They won't reform. But I wanted to show you what it was. Might even be in there. No, it's not in there. Oh, there it is. There it is. You can always tell because it has these kind of weird pages floating about. And when you target it, your reticle doesn't go red. Whereas it does for the locks. Now I've got to find them again. There's one over there which will shoot. There he goes. There's 2 more to find, and then you can... There's one. 1 more to find, and then we can release the loot, which, don't get too excited, it's just this chroma stuff, which you exchange to progress your character. Right, where's the other one? Where's the other one? They're never usually that far from the paint cage, as it's called. So, wherefore art thou? Oh, I know, it was on the outside of this building thing. Unless no, I shoot that one from a distance. From a distance. I think I did. There's a thing there. That's too high for us to jump. Well, we could set an even ridiculously higher jump level in the mods, but we won't do that. Let's go this way. What we can do is, now that we know where that was, we can just jump. Hopefully, yeah, there it is. Well, we can go through here anyway. There it is.
We can use that.
We can use that, but before we do, we need to get that lock thing. Where are you? Where are you? I mean, it remains unlocked. So I mean, those 2 remain unlocked. You can always come back. There is some puzzles and stuff that I've come across that I didn't quite complete and I left. At some point, I will need to go back if I feel really completionist about it. Let me know in the chat what the audio levels are like. By the way, the last time I asked, there was nobody here, so now I've got 2 of you. Now this, while we're looking, is where Orange Dude is going to come. That's his little home base. So in fact, what we might is go and get him. Let's go and trigger him wherever he was. I forget. And as we approach him, he'll go, no. There he goes, no. He'll take you all the way back to his little base. No. And that's when we can... Get out of it, mate. I did tell you he runs around for ages. And then we can fight him. He's almost there. Come on, keep going. Keeping an eye open for that 3rd lock while he's running around. There he goes. Come on, mate. We've seen where your base is. Just get there. Oh, that was rubbish. Where's he gone? Let's see if I can just... It's my fault. I've set the vertical and the horizontal height controller settings at a ridiculous level just to speed around, which means when you're trying to aim... Why is he not going back to his little base? Trying to head him off at the pass. Let's go this way. Let's chase him an alternative way. Ah, good. We've spooked him down here. Keep going, brother. Get to your base. No, he's gone back. It's like herding cats. I'm really not that worried. He's ultimately going to give us a few hundred AP. What I am wanting to do is find that lock so I can show you how... I mean, there's nothing too special. I don't want to overplay it. It's, I mean, literally, it's like one of those glowy things. Where are you? Where are you? I have a feeling it's going to be around here somewhere. Oh, there's a monster dude in there. We'll go get him in a second. Is that it up there? No, that was not it up there. Is that it? Oh, why did I miss that then? Oh, it was behind this pile of wood. Anyway, that works. So we now go and pick up this particularly uninspiring. It would be really good if it was like a chest, and you open the chest up and there's a piece of armor, but there isn't. It's just something that you use.
Great.
Oh, it is a weapon. I take it back. A Junum, which is 192. So when we go back to camp, we'll have a look at that one. Look at him. He's still there, the little sausage. I did wonder if he would go back to his little base if we unlocked that paint cage thing, but I don't think he's going to do it. Oh, is he going? No, he's got no intention of it, has he? That's fine. A little trick combat. Going to give it another 10 minutes, guys, and then we'll be closing Dune the game. That's giving you certainly a little bit of... Oh, here we go, another little mechanic, a little climbing mechanic. Why not? Come on in, get over there. Jump. And the other two join us. Right, we take this little fella out because he's abandoned and incomplete. So this is going to be a Veron, I think they're called. And there's one of these in every one of the maps. You are supposed to... The only thing I read was that if you don't destroy them, then you get higher rewards later in the game. You can fight them. But they all have a request for you to find something that's going to release them. And I found the item for the first one. I think I've had 2 more since, and I wasn't able to find their stuff. I'm just whipping through this quickly. So he or she or it has requested something, and it's up to us to find it. What does it look like? It's just one of those little light things that we saw just now, and it's usually hidden away somewhere. Quickly look at the old attributes, usual thing. Agility 2 and luck 1. Whoops, 1. There it goes. And do them for the ones that have anything. Agility 2, luck 1. All done. And there's a skill to learn if you've got... We've got 6. We can see we need 10 for his next skill. She's only got 1, and she's only got 2, and she's got 4. None of those are going to be enough for the next level of skills. So down into the depths we go. What's down below us? A glowing dude. It's a cave, isn't it? Down. Oh, and this is an alternative drop mechanism, which you use to descend or ascend. Whee! Using the power of light. The other two just appear. They don't care. And we didn't get first strike, but what the heck. Doesn't matter. They can't hurt us with our amazing mods.
Ready to evade.
Dodge! Dodge! Perfect, look at that. And dodge! Perfect. And again. No, he's done it twice, that's enough. And die. That's it. Oh, there's another one there, look. I tell you what. Let's not use a gun. Let's use a skill. And we've got any over this side we haven't used before. Let's go with Thunderfall. Oh, there's two actually, and didn't spot that little fella down there. Let's Thunderfall that one then.
Lightning. Strike.
Very, very frightening. Oh, took out both of them. Had some splash damage to contend with. 10,500 XP. All three characters on 19. On we go. Well, where do we go? And what are we looking for? I don't know what she's holding on to. Is that a torch? I guess it is. So that's as far as she can go in the water. Wasser. Let's get her running. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Nope, missed him. It's like worms or something around a column of rock. Oh, there's three of them again. Let them do their thing. Get ready. We parried.
Storm is coming.
And we'll go with an attack on that one. Why is he coming back? Whoa, look out! Successful. We'll do an attack on this one as well. And then we'll get her to use one of her skills. We'll go with... yeah, degagement, because... or dégagement, because we haven't used that one yet. Deaded. Deaded. Pick up the reward.
An advantage.
Another one of those things. Yeah, they're just not very satisfying to pick up. Sorry, developers. What's this? Can I shoot that? Yes, I can. I thought I could. See, I'm wondering whether this is what we have to...
Perfect.
Yeah, it is. This is what we need to get for that Nevron guy. That was good. I mean, as I said earlier, in the main, I don't successfully conclude those. I've got to find him again. How did we get... oh, yeah, we climbed up and down this ascending light thing, didn't we? Up we go! Woohoo! Flipping heck, that's higher than it was coming down. And where is he? He's got to be around here somewhere. Crisscross. And, yep, down here. There he is, hiding on the right-hand side. We'll give him this. We'll then get a choice to leave him or attack him. And as I hinted, you're better to leave him for better rewards later in the game. Yep. 2 more? Oh, that's just greedy. Okay. At least we know what we're looking for, though. Those things to be shot. I don't think we've attacked that dude yet, have we? We can't just jump down there, sadly. Or at least not at that point. I don't think we can drop off it here. Doesn't let us. Oh, I actually want to go and kill this guy. How do we get down here then? I guess it's got to be around here. So did we not explore this area? Oh, here we go. Let's just jump over them. You're not actually supposed to be able to do that, but we have our mods set up so that we can jump. So, we're going to go around his back and surprise him. Thus, I don't know if it worked. Did we get first strike? No, we did not. This is a big boss. He won't last. Well, that was a rather successful parry. I don't do those very well normally. Alright, he's done his full attack and now he's coming back for more. Dodged. Alright, have you finished, mate? Alright, here we go. We're going to take him down with, I reckon, 2 shots. 1, he's weakened. 2, maybe 3. Oh, we're going with 4. Wow. So, look at the top. Imagine if you had to take this guy down without mods. I think we've got infinite bullets. Let's just use skills. Let's have fun. Let's go with wildfire. Yeah, he's coming back. He's going to do us now. Oh, bound is a status effect that prevents the character from dodging. I don't know whether that means us or him. I'm assuming he's bound us, so we can't dodge. But we can still use our skills. So we've got overcharge. Overcharge is a good one. Let's go with it.
This was weak.
This guy's really taking some punishing. En garde. Shell is a buff that reduces by 20% the damage received by the character. I don't know whether when they talk about the character, whether they're referring to the enemy or our characters. What's also interesting, if you look on the left-hand side, I think that implies for every one of our attacks, he gets 3, which would make sense given where we've been so far. Let's go with a light attack. What? There we go. And he's dead. I couldn't be bothered. Ka-ching! 367,200 XP. We are bashing through the levels. Look at that. We went from, what was it, 16 to 28? Or 19 to 28? Wow. 9,500 battle loot. And some other bits and pieces. That was a huge boss. He took 240,000 damage to take down. That is not possible without mods. I don't know how I would have done that. I would have had to have come back with these guys hugely more advanced. But it doesn't matter. Look at this. Level 20 Pictos. Wow. Well, that was a supreme boss fight. There's something behind here. Thank the Lord for WeMod. Right, talking of thanking the Lord, I'm going to call it a day now. My roast chicken dinner is going cold. I was told to finish 5 minutes ago. 15 minutes ago, in fact. I'm just having a little look up here because we shouldn't be able to get up here normally. But because I've put on the old extra jumpy boost, we can get to places that we're not supposed to get to. Luckily, the game doesn't allow you to go to places you are going to get stuck. Right. Awesome stuff. There we go. Awesome indeed. Look at all the Pictos. Look at all the Pictos. Quest items. These are all bits and pieces that I should have given to the various Neverons. Never did. Neveron never did. And tints which we use to upgrade stuff. Got it all going on, I tell you. loads of weapons, but I've tended to stick with the same weapon just because in this modded version of the game, it's kind of irrelevant. Brilliant stuff. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're joining me in the future, thank you for joining me in the future. If you've joined me in the past, it's been great to see you. We have had, popping in the chat, we have had, and now your mama knows, my good friend Ant. We have had Graphics Gear. Great to see you, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. And Nerds World. And of course, all of the rest of you that just wanted to watch, didn't want to get involved in the chat. It's perfectly fine. Thursday, I will be back with my great friend Ray3473 for another episode of Rock and Ray. That's 5 p.m. UK. No, 6 p.m. UK, 7 p.m. Central Europe, 10 a.m. Western, 1 p.m. Eastern. I got there. And we'll be talking about the cloud gaming scene, as we do, with the most ridiculous banter that has to be witnessed to be believed. This has been Clair Obscur 33, thanks to Microsoft Game Pass. Run on my local machine with Wii mods, which I pay for, so no thanks to them. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, leave a like. If you want to leave me a little comment, you're more than welcome. But just thank you for visiting. I really appreciate you for that. And I will see you guys on Thursday for Rock and Ray. Take care.